Hey everybody, it's Adler. Welcome back to Shining Song Starnova and the last we left off. Well, I don't remember exactly what had happened. I think, Aki had her running with the creepy motherfucker. And I know that producers on here was digging into her past. But I think that might have been the episode before that. I don't remember exactly. Anyway, a few days later, the fruit of my labor finally blossomed. The girls looked on with anticipation as I spoke on the telephone. As soon as I finished the call, I pumped my arms in triumph. All right. What happened? Is Pikun finally gonna be a father? Will it be a healthy baby boy? What? What weird fantasies have you been indulging in? It's obviously not that, ya bumpkin. Listen to this, everyone. Apparently, the front row girls of Quasar were supposed to appear as guests in the talk show Tanaka-san's Golden Hour. But, thanks to their recent scandal, the television station pulled out of the agreement, and now they want to have you girls instead. Tanaka-san's Golden Hour, huh? It's the most watched talk show in the country. Sounds like producer-san's really been working hard for us. Alright, Natana's gonna be on TV. I should call the folks back home to call the folks back home to tune in. Wait. There's no way something like this good could happen without a catch. So what are the terms? Well, the main issue is that since only 5 Quasar girls were arranged to appear in the first place, we can only send 5 View girls as well. No way, so not all of us will be featured in the show? That's a toughie, eh? So how are we going to decide which one of us makes it? Well, Aki's obvious because in this case, she's the sinner. Apart from that, I'd say you could rule out Mika just because her stage fright and all. I mean, she'd probably be able to handle it well enough, but better to give it to someone a bit more confident on stage, like maybe Julie or Maria or Natan. Shall we decide to try by combat? Runs her tongue along the back of the blade, eyeing up each of her targets. Which one would be easiest? Sasami, of course, doesn't have his little lamb was turned over. She wouldn't put up much of a fight. Aki, despite her size, is rather fierce. Yeah, there you go. Someone restrain that. No way we're doing that. Besides, I volunteered to be one of the 2 left out then. Oh. Okay. Really? You sure, Maria? Yeah? It's obvious that having an ex-Quasar on the talk show is going to send the wrong message to the public. That's a good point. Yeah. Good PR mind. I've had. If I appear on that talk show, all they'll be talking about will be Quasar's scandal and my thoughts on it as a former member. That's obviously not the talking points we want if we're going to appear on this show to promote Starnova. I suppose Onii-sama's got a point. We want to focus on to be on us, not on Quasar. Alright, thanks for taking one for the team, Maria. No worries, just doing what's best. In that case, I volunteered to be the second member out. I figured you would. Unfortunately, this one's not really comfortable in the set of a talk show anyways. Since this is our big chance, we should send one of the strongest members of our party for this quest. So, Onii-chan's out too, eh? Mika-chan, please go gain some more XP points so you can finally level up. Oh, that's a good girl. Of course. Don't do that. Okay, the last time you made a noise, fucking broke me. Yeah, so the Lamb of Starnova also plays games with that, I see. Sometimes I watch my brothers. Lately I've been trying to study things our fans are interested in. I've got to give it my all to become a functioning member of the unit too. So you're basically declaring that you want to be my rival, is that it? No, of course not. I'm just... Yeah, so the Lamb of Starnova has horns too. Oh, Aki-chan, saying outlandish things like that all the time. Anyways... We've got our 5 members now, right? You girls can go promote the unit on TV while the 2 of us hold the fort here. Can't be helped, eh? It would have been so much better if all 7 of us could have gone. Well, it's just how things turned out. We're lucky we even managed to get Quasar's 5 empty seats at all. Looks like our producer's gotten pretty decent at pulling the strings behind the scenes. As expected of Black Knight. Piku's finally become the big don of entertainment, hasn't he? No. All he has to do now is pick up the phone and say, "Give those seats to my girls," and shazam! Hear none but, "Yes sir, right away sir, on your side." Just what kind of mob boss is Natan taking me for here? I don't know, apparently she was thinking you'd knock someone up. Nah, actually this deal took a lot more work than that. It really was tough, you know. 24 other idol units wanted those seats. The more you ignore the bumpkin, the less headaches you'll have to contend with. It's how things work out in the countryside, you know. It's all about greasing them wheels, if you know what I'm saying. It ain't the rain that's gonna raise your crop. It's all about knowing which numbers to dial. That's it. I've completely lost track of this conversation. I see. Perhaps modern commerce still has much in common with rural politics. Yeah, so you can understand what she's saying and I can't? No. Of course. I have an antenna. Oh, they're sharing wavelengths. They're transmitting. Why does it suddenly irritate me so much? You should just get an antenna too. It feels like we're already on a talk show. It's good practice. Well, we are pros this kind of thing now anyways. Yeah, I'm sure you girls would do great. All you have to do is convey the unit's natural chemistry. Since all this happened unexpectedly, the school's only 3 days away now. Shoot. School? The shoot's only 3 days away now. On top of that, you girls still have your regular scheduled jobs as well. I guess I saw S and then OO, and then my mind switched to had to hit a magical girl. I'd hate to take talk at the expense of another idol unit, but this just started with a big opportunity to show the entire nation that Quasar is not the only group in town. Let's go out there and show everyone the results of all your training up to this point. Doop diddle doop diddle doop doop doop. And cue the smooth jazz. You like jazz? Oh, God, I can't believe I just said that. Later that night, Aki plopped down on my sofa and turned on the TV as if she owned the place. Now that I had closed the deal with the television station, a modicum of free time had returned to my schedule. Well, if a certain twin-tailed lolly wasn't intent on following me everywhere that was. Surprisingly enough, she had said hardly anything during the car ride here. Was something weighing on her mind? Probably her little conversation with Oda, I would assume. Come to think of it, I hadn't really been able to talk to her much the past week thanks to the big hubbub with Quasar. Looks like I'd forgotten entirely about looking into Aki's past thanks to recent events. Hey, has something happened recently? Eh? What do you mean? It feels like you've been unusually quiet lately. If something's troubling you, maybe I can help. I'm your producer after all. Ellipses. Aki lay down on the sofa, taking up about, a single cushion. Not really. That's a pretty rare response, isn't it? Normally you'd be venting your frustration to the top of your lungs right now. So something's definitely wrong. Well, it's not really a problem that I can talk about with you on a whim. It's unbelievably heavy stuff. So there. I can't believe you. Is it really something that important? Well, just when I thought Aki was going to open up about something incredibly serious, she reverted back to her shit lolly mode. Aki stretched out on the sofa, a thin sliver of white tummy exposed between her skirt and shirt. Producer, don't tell me you're that easily swayed. Idiot. A thick-headed herbivore man can't recognize that his cute, vulnerable little sister idol has fallen head over heels for him. How can I not be troubled in such a situation? What are you gonna do, producer? Don't tell me. Producer actually likes the guys? Look, what Kodama and I have is special. It's something you can never understand. If only producer would accept his true feelings. Is that why he's failed to make a move on me all this time? That's not funny. Seriously, I'm only trying to do what's best for you. Do you have to go to that? Do you have to go that far? If you're too nice in this business, you're just setting yourself up to be betrayed. Aki raised her head and looked at me, prone on the sofa. Hey, producer. Yeah? Which would you choose? Me or Starnova? Why are you asking me such things now? You can't answer? You know, it's not appropriate for an idol to test a producer with trick questions like this. Backing out of the situation as tactfully and politically as you possibly can. I figured as much. Well, let's flip the question around. Wouldn't you give up everything, including love, to become a star idol? Isn't that what you had already decided the moment you signed on to become an idol? Why have second thoughts about it now? I suppose so. But hey, Aki solly grinned at me. I wouldn't be an idol if I didn't want a guy to go completely wild for me. It's incredibly frustrating, you know, when a tough customer stares at you with a blank look on his face when you're doing everything you can to turn up the heat. Well, thankfully I'll never be one of your customers since I'm your producer. Tee-hee, producer, you stuttered. Whew, was it getting hot in my apartment or what? Maybe it's time to get the maintenance look at my AC. Somehow I got the feeling I was dancing in the palm of Aki's hand. Girls like her loved seeing guys all hot and flustered. But in the end, you never really knew what true face lied behind their mask. Was this just another one of her acts? It had to be. After all, there wasn't anything else in Aki's mind other than doing whatever was necessary to become the #1 idol in the nation. All this was probably just some kind of game to that end. Alright. Look, I know you're just playing around with me here. But do we seriously have to keep doing this? I try to act like the grown-up, but I'm still a guy, you know. Oh. Aki shut the TV off. I'm serious, you know. She's blushing. Huh? Hey, producer. Don't you get tired sometimes? If you had a way out, a golden parachute, some way to continue to live without working in the idol business, would you take it? You're being serious, aren't you? I don't know anymore. I wanted to become the #1 idol, and I was willing to do anything to get there. But ever since I joined Starnova, I thought maybe there was more to life than being famous and making lots of money. Maybe I just want to be taken care of for once. I don't want to fight anymore. It's painful, you know, to have to go out there and fight against the whole world all the time. Aki. Hey, producer. If you kiss me now, I really won't be able to stop myself. Kiss me. But all I felt in my heart was uncertainty. Was this really what Aki wanted? To give up her dreams to live the life of a domesticated housewife? No! Nuh-uh. Were these truly Aki's words? Or was something else weighing on her mind? But how could I turn her down right now when she needed me the most? How could I refuse those pretty lips of hers? It's quite simple, actually. Just say no. I'm not gonna pretend that in that moment it would be quite that easy to just. After all, this was one ending I could be happy with. Aki living happily by my side, protected from the dangers of the adult world. It was a far better ending than most real-life idol stories, where girls could leave the industry humiliated and penniless. I put my hands on Aki's shoulders. Producer, I leaned into her raised chin, my heart beating in my throat. In the end, the mood was just too good. I just couldn't help myself. At the last second, Aki gasped and pushed me away. Oh. Aki? Whoa, what? Without warning, her eyes lost focus and she collapsed down on the sofa like she was a puppet with its strings cut. Aki! Yeah. Shit. I didn't notice until now that her skin was deathly pale. Her body shook as she gasped for air. Something was really wrong with her. Hang on, I'm calling an ambulance. Just as I took my cell out, Aki grasped on my wrist and shook her head. Don't worry. Just water. Is she having a panic attack? I ran off the sofa and poured Aki a glass of water. Aki sipped it down, her breathing gradually returning to normal. She leaned against the backrest of the sofa, taking a moment to come to her senses. What happened? Nothing, just... silly me. Getting so hyped up about my first kiss, I forgot to breathe and nearly passed out. You better not tell the other girls about this or... There's no way that's it. No way at all. You were convulsing like you were having a seizure. There's no way you can laugh that off as just nervousness. Sorry for ruining everything. With that said, Aki picked herself off my sofa and headed out the door. Hey, I'm leaving. Okay, but there's no way I'm gonna just let you go home by yourself. Come on, I'll drive you back home. Good, at least there's that. Hey, after that, just don't let her out of your supervision that easily. Just in case. With that, I escorted Aki back into my car, regardless of whether she wanted or not. The entire ride back to Aki's home, she stared wordlessly out the window, refusing to give me any answers. Kashiwagi Aki. There was something deeply wrong about her. Well, that was lovely, wasn't it now? I'm gonna end the episode here. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.